Okay, now we're back. This is PMbeers. We are live here at Pershing Square. This is Occupy Los Angeles General Assembly. We went into breakout groups. There's two or three different breakout groups. One of them is going to talk about what's happening in Turkey. Another one's going to talk about totally forget. But I'm going to go to the Eco Village.
Bye-bye.
Hey, you should check this out. They're talking about setting up
Radio on May 1st. Rocking the sign.
Yeah, they're talking about doing like a communal eco village kind of thing.
We're setting up a communal network based on.
Did you see how we try to ignore the homeless lady? Fuck you! All you talk about is humanity. When the human being shows up,
fundraising to
it's like
purchase
he
land,
doesn't exist.
and it's gonna have it's gonna be subsistence based, and it's gonna be based on a do-it-yourself community, the sharing community, time banks, tool libraries, etc., etc. If you're familiar with the Catalyst Network in Long Beach, they use all of that and incorporate those ideas. Yeah, so that's the basic gist of it.
Yeah, I'm kind of tyrannical about my chat, and we can talk about that later. There's no democracy in my chat. There's no freedom of speech either. I'm just talking, somebody said I was talking about my chat rules, and somebody said no toleration, eh? No, I don't take crap in my chat. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
It's about starting the eco village.
Okay, so
He has another in his mind too. So
go ahead.
yeah, we want to start the eco village. We want to purchase a land a little bit away from the city, so to be safe, or anything happens in the city. I mean, it's gonna be very hard for everyone. So we have a place out there, a community, an eco village. We can have a base there and learn how to live together, and then anything people need here, we can come to the city and go out of the city. This is what's been in my mind, and that's why we need everyone here to give other ideas, other opinions, and how we can.
Do you have an idea of exactly where?
yes, I do.
Yeah, a few places. Close. My idea is close to a mountain, just the beginning of it, where there is river. We need water. Water is the main thing, important thing. 12 months a year, we need water there. So it's where the mountains are. We know where it is. An hour to 2 hours from here. That's what's in my mind.
You want me to continue on that?
He has other places too. So.
Okay, I guess LA, whatever. There's a town called Beaumont. It's about an hour and 45 minutes from here. Okay, I made it there on bus with no money before, and you can go over there by train and bus. It's an hour and 45 minutes away. It's right before you get into Palm Springs, where the 10 and the 60 meet. Okay, there's an aquifer underneath that town. Okay, it belongs to Cherry Water Company. Okay, which is a town that they don't even have a police. They don't have any police. Only Beaumont does. There's Sustainable Farm there. There's also Hemet down the street. There's a lot of little towns that they're in the right area. It snows, you get winter, you get all 4 seasons, basically, in Beaumont. And that's what we need, because we need to learn how to Beaumont, Beaumont, Beaumont. And that town right there, we're close enough to come to the city, and then at a moment's notice we can go about maybe 20 minutes uphill and be at the desert towards Palm Springs. Okay, this town is good because it's got wind, solar, and water. Okay, and it got its own aquifer, and there's lavender farms there, cherry farms, there's peaches farms. Pretty much also all the cattle people are starting to move in towards Hemet. Hemet is just down the hill on the 70. All the cattle is moving towards that direction now, They're housing all that area. A lot of groups are heading towards that area now. Okay, Beaumont is a very ideal place to be.
Is it close to a mountain, you said?
Yes, it is very close to the mountain. You're like about, I rode my bike up the mountain from there, pretty much. So it took me to the top, all uphill, like 15% grade, about an hour and 45 minutes.
Hey Alex, how much do you think the property price over there? Cost of property?
I have friends that I can get a listing of, I got, on my phone, I got 100 houses already. And I got the keys to about 50, and the other one I can still work, but I had them for a while, so I don't know what's vacant or not. We have contacts with my friend. She can get us the listing and who owns the property. We can either tackle it legally, or if we have resources, we can buy the house and bundle many houses together. I know people are doing it already, and that's where I got the idea from. If we go there and buy 10 properties at the same time, they'll give us a good price. But you know something? I think we should make a committee to go down to Beaumont and talk to the council. They were my former customers, so I think we can talk to them about taking some of those properties over. Okay, and making a deal, because they also have been prepared for events like this before, to be completely cut off from the rest of the area. Also, they got the casinos there. You got the casinos, and they're also my former customers.
The only thing, like, what do you mean we can take, like, over, like, are they just gonna hand it to us?
You know something? If we can do it that way, let's do it. If not, we'll find other ways. That's all I got. But I can get you a step closer. And because if you were to build a community right now, if you can completely do it off the grid and train technicians. Right now, we're learning components at school. I'm relearning again. We're moving into solar and wind and water, which I already know, but I had to go to a school to teach more faster. Kids, they already want to learn, instead of bringing it to people that they're different.
Like that too, right?
Yeah.
So he's saying there is a Beaumont, right?
Beaumont, yeah.
Beaumont.
what's
there is a community that they have left, like the houses and lands.
Okay, let me explain to you. The city of Beaumont was the largest, was one of the smallest city growing so fast. Basically, it was rapid. A lot of people were moving over there because they like the country style.
How long does it take to get there?
An hour and 45 minutes, exactly. Okay, and a lot of people lost their jobs just like I did,
Right.
so I had to leave my home. They have a surplus of houses already built, brand spanking new homes. There's homes out there that the owners hire a cleaning crew, clean up the house, did the table, and some of them are destroyed, some of them are going to need help. Okay, getting fixing them up.
So
There should be no problem finding.
These houses have been rent.
Yes, they also, the people that lost their property were like ranch owners with cattle, and the cattle were starving and dying of thirst because there was nobody there. So if we approach this to help, the animals also, and bring that forward, say, hey, look, we'll take over a ranch, and we'll teach people that want to learn how to do, how to take care of a cow or milk a cow or whatever. You know what I
what's
mean?
the overall expense that we're talking about as far as purchasing this kind
You know
of?
something? I really haven't got into any of that right now. I'm hoping somebody will understand what we're trying to do and try to figure it out. But we need a group of people to go down there so we can set up a meeting with the council of Beaumont.
You're saying the land is cheaper than anywhere else?
That is correct,
Okay.
but not for long. You got to understand that that's a very strategic place to be.
It's within probably 300,000, right?
The one property?
Yeah. Like
Way less than that. Yeah. You're
You
talking
can get
about,
a
you can buy a
farm
house, two-story house brand new, for $1,000.
Are you now? My initial idea was to purchase land without any sort of structure on it.
Why is that?
Because that way we cut down all the costs. It could essentially be a campground first, and it could be a food forest or a place to create food at the same time.
Okay.
Starting off with just an acre or more than an acre of land.
2-3 acres, couple of thousand an acre.
Yes, a couple thousand. I mean, that's something we could all
Okay.
pitch in on, rather than.
To be honest with you,
yeah.
to build from the ground up, it's going to be really hard, and I think might not have the time, you know,
I understand.
but if you go there and take over a community,
Yes.
you know, by talking to them first before you bring the monetary system in there,
Yeah.
because I'm sure we have to enlighten them so they can
Adjust.
agree with us and maybe even give us some resources or help us out. I think, you know, we should try that first. And I know
Give me a
them,
number.
they know
Give me
me.
a number as far as.
Can we, you know, if you want to put it down, you can buy an acre. We would have to go and price the land and see which you want to start. There is land there. Okay, there's desert land too. You can just go over from there. You can go 20 minutes up, and then you got the windmills.
Yes.
Okay, you seen those windmills going towards the casino on the 10?
Is the water irrigable? Is the water accessible? Is there a way to
Cherry
access
Water Company has their own pumps. I used to hear them every night when they used to fire it up behind my house. And they do bleed the lines, so the water quality is excellent because it comes from the mountains.
So Beaumont's a potential location.
Yes, it is.
Provided it's within our price range.
That's correct.
Okay.
But if you would also, if we'll approach the city council, I would be more than glad to go there and talk to them since they already know me.
Okay. All right. Well, if you go to a website called landandfarms.com, just
Okay.
landandfarms.com, and you could input all your search criteria, and even put in Beaumont area, you're gonna find a price range that we have to come to an agreement to. How much is each of us willing to put in to the co-ownership of the land, and how much is our limit? So based on that information,
And how we can
Add-
get some more money.
add to the pool. Yeah.
I had this idea to do a small festival because I have a lot of connections like DJs and other people, and whatever came, the money, we all organize it, and the money that comes, we purchase land, it goes to the land.
Yes.
I had two things. Someone from the live stream has a question.
Sure.
And then I want to ask the question for him, but then I'd like you guys to start over from the beginning and tell me like what your vision is. The question is, how does a time bank work?
The time bank is a kind of novel idea where you can work for 1 hour of your time, and whatever service you provide, it's input into the database, and it's all logged in, and that hour equates to every other person's hour of time. So with that, you create a level playing field economically, and you don't have to rely on a monetary arbitrary value that someone has predetermined for you. So if I'm really good at something and I put an hour of that work in and I enter that into my time bank, and someone else is really good at another thing, they enter that into the time bank, and they're allocated that level playing field. So what it does is it promotes equality, and it's an alternative to capitalism. It's been established in a lot of different areas. Long Beach has one. There's different regional time banks in Orange County, north, south, and central, I believe. And I think we also have another member who was discussing it, but he left. So, but yeah, it's already an established idea. It's something that the Eco Village wants to incorporate as well.
Can I add to more of that? Okay, I started an organization with a friend of mine, and I've been meaning to, call, the Arroyo Seco Time Bank, and try to, go there and speak to some of them. I do agree on that, and but we need something else.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
We need something else, and what I'm bringing to the table is this. Now it's called. We bought another domain. Okay, so we own anything that has to be sustainability, pay it forward, anything that you can go ahead and use any of those keywords. It'll send you to our organization, our page. It started with only 4 employees. Right now, we got more people jumping on board all around the world. We're approaching the 3 million likes, shares, and tweets, or all that. Okay, and what we're doing is what I've been doing pretty much all my life. Solar, wind, batteries, converters, and a system so you can reuse your feces. Okay, all it is just a capsule that they have up there, down here. Okay, and then a home should not kill you because of all these tornadoes. We have a surplus of shipping containers sitting in a dock because we haven't exported anything. Stuff is coming in, and those boxes are piling up, and we have no idea what to do with them. They're just piling up. Okay, take those, convert them into homes, because you know that this right here can take a tornado, a hurricane, or a capsize, and they still float. These things are made out of steel. You can retrofit all this gear on it. You can even generate your own water and your own oxygen if you need to. Okay.
Self-sufficiency.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
okay. And we can retrofit all those old houses that they're in Beaumont right now, because to move to this, it's gonna take something else. So I said we move into this area right here because this system doesn't cost very much. So I can give you breakdown in prices. Okay, on the land. If anybody wants to take over, we need like somebody does in real estate, and I might have some people if you are willing to talk to them and tell them what the situation is, but that would have to come to the time bank because I don't want any part of that.
So to recap, the overall idea of this meeting today is to establish a group of individuals who have an idea in their mind that we want to create an eco-village, and it's based on sustainable living where all our basic needs are met outside of the monetary system. And the overall after effect of creating this eco-village is to replace capitalism with a system based on equality. And the way to do that, or at least my idea for that effect, is to create a series of free stores, and they'll be scattered throughout the city. The free stores will sell the product or service via the time bank. They'll have a product in a store that's created at the Eco Village, and that product is directly exchanged for another item or a time bank hour or X amount of hours. When these free stores are set up next to a monetary or a capitalist-based store, the customer or patron will have the choice of choosing either going into a store that's based on equality or one that's based on a greed-based capitalist system. With that point in mind, the eco-villages are resource-based, so each eco-village will have a product that is based on the natural resources of the land or the skills of the people who are co-housing at that eco-village. And they will spread periodically and at a steady pace and network with each other and the free stores. If you want more information about how a free store is run, look up the Really Really Free Market or the Long Beach Free Store. The Catalyst Network or share.net is also, I think it's shareable.net. Those are ways on communal and learning to live the sharing lifestyle and the do-it-yourself ideals. So with that in mind, we're trying to, at this point, we know what an eco-village is, we know what we want in it, but the agenda for this meeting right now is to know how much money we want to raise, how we're going to raise it, and what each person wants to contribute to that monetary pool. This is an equality-based system, so each member who donates will have an equal share of that potential land use. So are there any ideas as to how much money we want to pull together, an exact number, and location is arbitrary at the time. So getting the money is first, and knowing what each member can contribute at their maximum potential. So I guess we could start right to left, left to right. How much money do we want to save, and how are we going to make that money? So anybody? Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Well, let me go back to this. Okay. We have websites already. We're selling this system over here already. Okay. We got solar purses, solar tents, solar hats,
I don't
solar
think that was the
bikinis.
question.
Okay. So my website's already up and running. Okay. And but the problem is we haven't made one sale. Okay.
So you have a product already.
We have a product. It's ready to go, but I haven't made $1 yet.
Is there anything we can do to help you make that dollar?
Sure.
Okay, what's that?
I'm willing to share all this with everybody as long as you sign up. You go and we're offering pretty much everything for free. The software we need. If we're gonna do this like a business, okay, a sustainable business, okay, that's what I'm offering here. Okay, there's so many ways. Like if you want to go in the travel and tour business, it's a $7 trillion a year business that we don't make 1 cent. If we were just to make a fraction of that,
Okay.
man, that would be great.
How are we going to use this to buy land?
Well, okay, Christmas is coming right now. I'm trying to, actually I need help because to get the products on the website and get customers to it so they can buy from us. Use the money before it goes away.
Are you saying you have like a warehouse full of these items? Or
There's multiple warehouses everywhere. There's one in Florida. There's some here. There's some all scattered over the United States. They sell products already inventory. We don't even have to touch it. And they do drop shipments.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to ask. If I may, Alex.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, you're talking about business, and we're in the business. You have to make money. Money's about business is making money, and money that is generated for business is sales. Sales is your main thing. But what he's referring to is through the drop shipping is products, and those products include almost everything you use. And you'll see a certain example. I'm sure he'll show you too. And the point being is that those products are accessible to the internet, easy. The drop shipping sends it out. In exchange, what we need is clients out there, client base, and that's very tough to do for any business. You've got to generate clients. You've got to generate interest for people to help with their time and money into it, and that's where you'll get your money from.
Yes.
That money will continue to buy property.
We have a question here.
Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly it, Mark.
Okay.
I know that you clarify something. Okay, first of all, we have to depart from the first thing that we have to do is what we have in the table. What is the land that you're talking about? How much money do we have now? So we can go and talk to some people with them. How much money later come the product? Because
Correct.
I've been thinking in something totally independent from the grid, and we can use the technology that we have now.
Yes.
And be an example, we can make a terraces, put products over there and sell it.
Yes,
But
sustainability
what
is
we
the
have?
definition of the
Before the idea, what we have in the table. Do we have money to buy the land? Where we're gonna?
That's what this discussion is about, obtaining the money.
Great. I think I was next.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was next. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I was next. Okay, I have a concern. My concern is I see this as like in my head, this idea is like I was even like speaking this idea earlier on Facebook is like the way to smash the way to me like the radical way to solve the problem of corporate control of our government, which was what Occupy originally was about. To me, like the radical way of doing that is to make alternative economies, and this sounds to me like an alternative economy. So I think you starve the beast, which is the corporation. If you don't give the corporations money, they can't run our country.
Right.
Okay, so my concern is that I think like what you're doing is capitalism, and I don't want to have anything to do like I want to get away from capitalism.
Okay, first of all, yeah, it is capitalism.
Absolutely.
We're trying to use this money before it goes away. Okay, that's all we're doing.
We have to
let me
things together.
Exactly.
We can't just get separated from capitalism.
Well, you know something.
just like
Some
that.
people will, some people won't.
We
That's
need
fine.
we need that bridge to go
Exactly.
to that
Look,
part.
Okay.
when you get bit by a snake, the first
I-
thing they do, what do they go? Give you antidote. What is it made out of? Another snake.
Got it.
Okay. But
Clarify.
but all of us pay rent. Like a lot of us pay rent, right? So if we stop paying rent and put our rent money into this, then that's money, right?
I can clarify that for
Okay.
you. The transition from being a capitalist to a non-capitalist society would involve working within the system for the time being. By buying the land outright is what the mass amount of money would be needed to do for it. Land isn't given away for free at the moment, unfortunately. So with the initial purchase of buying land, all you would have to pay is property tax minus the fact you are a non-profit corporation. Then you wouldn't have to worry about property tax. Once the property is owned, which is what a lot of communists advocated for during the revolutions of communism, to get land and have it redistributed. Unfortunately, in America, we have to buy it. So that step taken aside, the self-sufficiency of the eco-village will, at its best, abandon the dependency of buying things. And as far as having to need to buy that stuff, that is something we need to do for the time being. In the long run, the overall effects of the eco-village would be eliminating a monetary system. So I can see your concern with, we're buying now, but there is no alternative to get a means to an end. So to buy land outright and not make monthly payments on it, and to co-house would make your ability to live there rent-free. So if you look at the other eco-villages across the United States, the Twin Oaks community, the farm, etc., there's a whole network of them already existing currently. They do work within the monetary system by selling hammocks and soy-based products, but our idea is to pull away from that more so than they have, and by offering these free stores coinciding with the current capitalist system. So that is the overall effect of it. Yes, we have to work within the system now, but even China works within the system as a communist country to destroy our country. They sell products below cost, they buy our bonds and print our money. So China is playing the same game, and they're beating us at it. So if we have to work within the system momentarily, then so be it.
Where's the nearest one?
The nearest eco-village?
Yeah.
There are eco-village type communities. There are planned communities all over the place. If you do a simple Google search, I think you can find planned communities across the United States.
There is one in Pasadena. Went there. I can't remember. Someone went there. I can't remember his name. So some guys like from Burning Man, they got that idea and they started. That's the closest.
Coachella Valley towards.
We should go and visit and talk to
they're
them.
there too.
I'm gonna have to roll out soon.
Here, let me.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I really enjoy this idea.
So I already have planted some trees from small seeds. Not a big deal. It grows fast. I
Are
have
you
a
on
lot of them.
Facebook?
So
Are we friends?
they're ready once we purchase the land.
You made them figures about the land?
PATTI.
You made them figures about
PATTI, Patty with an I.
My idea was
My last name is Beers, B-E-E.
which is hour and a half
Alright.
from here, close to the mountain.
And it's the Buckmont Mountain
or
one.
like towards going to.
I can get you listings of houses in
or
Bermuda.
Yeah.
From the other way.
Can you listen to
Where
the
you go
house?
to Mount.
Yeah.
Can you listen to the house?
There's like a couple of them, but
Oh, before you
the
leave,
Buckmont Mountain.
I just want to say something. I have a website. It's called Anastasia Store. We can sell everything in there, but I just need help getting products in there. Inputting.
So towards
Okay.
Fresno. Right there,
This
like,
Christmas
close to the mountain.
is going to probably be the last Christmas.
I mean, we have a lot of.
Hi, opinionated, and who's this solid,
Okay, we got a real estate agent.
solid Urpity?
She's coming on board an organization. Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying, Solidarity. I totally agree with that. and I'm not cool with
I
it.
have no money. But I have an organization that hopefully, if we all stand behind it, we can make money for everybody.
By the end of the year, how much money do you have?
You know something? Take a look at my organization. You already have it, right? I gave it to you.
Yeah.
That's it, right there. And you can get more details when you have more time.
There are already people doing it. So there is the Love Tribe, right?
Yeah.
Orion is right now Blair. I mean, sorry.
You leaving?
Blair. Right now he's in Belize, and they purchased about 50-acre land, and they've been doing this ecosystem. They started it, and they're gonna grow hemp, and there is a video on YouTube.
I love the idea like so much.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not gonna be only here. We're gonna be everywhere. I wanna go down to Mexico and get a land there too. So we're gonna have stops everywhere. Where? Costa Rica,
El Salvador.
there's land already.
El Salvador, we got land. I'm from there. I'd like to go down
And
there one of these
we
days.
have to connect all these routes, and whoever wants, they can travel, go there. They have a place to stay. They don't have to spend money, nothing. They have, the community is there. They will be welcome.
We're in Jamaica. Queen Laurel's there in Jamaica. She has invited me.
Good. Brazil.
Hey, my 2 cents. Can you, what you said right there, watch Ole GA speak starting at 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Can you send that with the link to at PMbeers on Twitter? That would be awesome. Or if somebody could do that. Oh, I'm just talking to people watching.
Oh. Do you switch the camera?
Huh?
Do you switch the camera back and forth?
I think I mean to film
Are you
myself.
reading it or are you hearing it?
I'm reading it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought you meant like, do I do a front
I'll
cam?
be like this. What the hell is that?
No. See, there's a chat right there.
Oh my God, I couldn't.
But I won't show you the shit they're talking about you.
Yeah, I also was saying, I gave another idea that I have paintings, I draw and paint. I want to throw an exhibition too with other artists. The money that comes in, again, it's going to be for the purchasing the land.
I do like amazing porcelain.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Great. And we can do this in the festival. And my mind is to bring Moon Tribe DJs. They're so great.
Yeah.
And do this
I make
festival.
porcelain dishes. They're beautiful.
Okay.
They're amazing.
So, yeah. Alright.
Thank you.
The first
So
thing we're
is
gonna
the conversation over? Is there a meeting or some other time or?
Yeah, that's. When can we have a meeting? Second meeting. Let's start working on this.
Hey Mel.
Yeah, I got
Get
it.
it on Facebook and do things.
The second meeting, hopefully, I find out if my work schedule and come here next week. We can do that next Wednesday. Are you available then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start the web. I'm putting down $500 to start the web and work on it.
Only $26,000.
Website?
No, I mean just $500 right now for
The network.
Yeah.
Oh, for the Eco
For the
Village.
Eco Village.
Okay.
Are you using crowdfunding? Is that the premise of trying to raise your funds?
Crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding meaning like Indiegogo or Kickstarter?
Kickstarter doesn't allow you to buy land. I checked that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Indiegogo might.
There's also
There are other
WePay.
ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah, WePay doesn't care what you do with the money.
I would do some research on crowdfunding because it makes it so that you can reach out to a much broader community besides just this area.
And the Eco Village will be part of those who are interested in the Occupy movement. So, but it's a global change. Okay, it's a change.
Collective consciousness.
I would hard block calling it Occupy. Seriously.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, yes, we're here at Occupy LA.
I mean, if you use like certain principles and horizontalism and these kind of things, that's awesome. But like, I'm kind of opposed. I feel like the word Occupy is limiting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it, but
Yeah,
I'm just
for
saying,
sure.
if you're part of an Occupy movement somewhere on this planet, we welcome you. Okay, that's the idea, and it's about sharing. It's about returning to the do-it-yourself culture, and it's about equality. So you don't have to give it a title. You could just give it something that should be done, and that's what we're promoting.
It's about time.
Do you have a website? I have
The time is now.
Okay.
I'm better off finding you because all my friends.
Huh, my name is Amanda Johnson. Nice. Good luck. My email.
So basically, I could spot your 500 and add to it. Okay.
I would be down to do some research for you guys, looking for crowdfunding sources.
Okay. Thank you.
I use WePay. They take like a small percentage of the money, and then like it's very
We pay.
easy. Yeah.
Okay. I'll look.
And it's not like, I think on Kickstarter you have to make your goal, but on WePay, like if somebody gives me $1, I'm gonna get 98 cents.
Indiegogo has a 4% fee.
I think
If
it's
you
90.
make
I
your
think
goal,
it's 3%.
9%. No, it's 4% now, and then it's 9% if you don't. Yeah, just like Indie Music, I-E. And then GoGo. Okay, so looking at that, I believe it's 4 because I was looking into it for
I think
my own project that
I believe WePay is 3%.
For the money to start.
So what you do is, for example, you would have somebody film the campaign for you, like your cause, what your cause is about, why you need this money, and all that stuff. In a way, yes. And if you go onto Indiegogo, you can see examples of successful campaigns and all that stuff. They do publish that. But then they put it on their website, and the people who can contribute are not only your friends or other people who you're outright reaching, but the community itself that's on Indiegogo. There's people that are on there all the time that are just looking to donate $10 here, $10 there, and then you can also, if people donate certain amounts, like say somebody donates 1,000, you can have an incentive listed for like anyone who donates $10, we send you a thank you card. Anybody who sends $100, we send you some fruit from our garden, kind of thing. Yeah, some sort of gift.
Our
And so,
product.
yeah, and you have to have a clear statement about what the money is used for, and if this term it's for the land, right? Well, you might also want to include something in terms of not just land, your legal fees, because it is definitely going to cost some legal fees.
What my friends were doing in PMbeers. If you contribute $1,000, you can start. You can build your own place and start your own tribe. Let's say that's what they're doing.
A better version of Manifest Destiny, where you can actually, but not. Yeah.
There's a suggestion on the live stream. Opinionated said, how about dedicating 25% of the village to the poor and or activists?
100% of it is dedicated to the poor and activists.
To everyone in need.
Yeah, that's the idea. The idea is to establish more than one. But the first one we want to do here is to give an example of how successful it can be. Eco villages already exist, but we want to do one that brings our product into the inner city, and it is an activist movement basically. And whatever we produce or whatever services we provide, it's for everyone. It's for activists. It's for the poor. That's the idea, to live outside of the monetary system. And basically, if you want to co-house with us, if you want to eat from our food forest, if you want to use our solar heated showers, this book is the reference I've been looking at.
We gotta talk to her.
If you want to be part of this community, it's for you. It's for the poor. It's for those.
It's awesome. I love it. I have no money, but I like to work.
Absolutely.
I totally work for free all the time.
And I get a lot of comments about people who say, well, what about the ones who don't want to work? The ones who are lazy. That's a misnomer, because what happens is
I think everyone wants to work.
Everyone wants to work, but they want to be justly rewarded for the work they do. When I hear people who say, I don't want to work a minimum wage job, it's not that they're lazy, it's that they want to be valued.
Yeah, for sure.
They want a cost of living that they can receive to actually survive.
I actually believe that if work was completely voluntary and there was no more need to work, I believe that a lot of work would get done and everyone would work, because if everyone follows their highest joy and follows their highest excitement, every work will get done.
That's a good point, yes. There's always something out there that somebody wants to do. Some people say say gardening is backbreaking
everybody
labor, but I find
can put
it
it
to
out
be
there.
a
It's
zen
a
moment
social
when
media, if you will.
you see your
And
fruit
then
plant or your vegetable
anybody
come
can
to
see your
fruition
campaign. It's not
and
just
you
limited
actually
to
see
your
its
own
product.
person.
Yeah.
I mean,
Somebody
that's
who,
something people enjoy,
got your
just as
link.
much as someone
It's,
who enjoys
it's put out
building
there
hot
for
rods
everybody. And then the
or someone
better
who
your
enjoys
campaign
writing a good
does,
story.
the more they
That's
put it out
something,
there
a
on the front
service.
page.
That's something
So
that can
here
go into the
currently
time
is
bank
the
that
front
we offer.
page.
The
Okay.
product is something that can
So,
go into the free store.
you have people
So
who are trying to do
the
their
idea
albums.
is
You have people
to change the
see your
system to the
fully
point
worked,
where
the colors threatened
the
by
work
baby
you do is just as important as the next
For
person.
anything like
So
that,
there's someone on the chat and they're
Spider
saying,
Tribune.
as
You
far
know
as like
how
the
that-
Indiegogo
that,
thing, they're saying
newspaper
$25
is
gets you a
put out to
tree,
sell, and they're
$50
trying
gets
to-
you a park
Yes, so
bench,
that's a-
$1,000
Yeah,
gets
so you got
your
all this
name, gets
and
you
so
a
they put it on
lane
the
named
front
after
pages
you.
Depending on how well you do. You
Okay,
see how they're
yeah,
like
I
closer
mean,
to their goals.
That's
This one just
a good
started,
idea.
I
I
think
mean,
that's probably,
giving
been doing
respect to
pretty
the
good, and
donor
that's the reason
and
why it's on the front page.
putting
Look at how much
their
they're
name
asking
on
for.
the
What's a lane?
a lane,
Yeah.
like I guess a
So,
street name
whether or
or
not they get anything
a
near
road,
that.
a street named after them. I guess I don't
Okay.
know.
So it'd be like Beers
I
Tribe.
think doing
Yeah,
it in LA
I think-
especially,
I think-
'cause you're doing
I
it
think
in Long
they're-
Beach, right, with the
They're
plant-
thinking
the-
way in
the
advance
land
as
out
to
there.
how expansive the eco village will be.
Oh,
If we
okay.
do have roads on it, yeah, we'll put a lane named after them.
I like it.
I think the
But in
donation
LA, there is a couple of them.
might be justly rewarded in
Well, where's
the
the
form of
property?
something we've produced or
Close to the mountains,
something we've
from hour
harvested
to 2
or
hours
maybe
from-
some of
from the city.
our handmade soap
Why I
or
want
something
that is-
that
What are you looking like
something
towards
that
Ojai or
one of our do-it-yourselfers
I
has
was there,
produced,
the lands are
and
expensive.
we'll
Oh, very,
incorporate that
very
into
much.
the
That's
website or
towards,
the group. You know, what each donation will allocate.
I make amazing
Okay,
porcelain
113.
dishes.
Porcelain
That
dishes,
highway
yeah.
that is behind
I mean,
those mountains, so you can go to
artists,
Phoenix,
artists and
Hair
crafters,
Blossom,
you're welcome to
Yano,
join,
and all those
and
things out there are pretty
those, whatever you
cheap.
create, we'll put out
They,
there.
And I eat off of them every
Part of
day.
it is in San
They're safe.
Bernardino County.
So
and
I'm a
then
wood
the
carver,
other
so I
parts
might
in
put
LA
some of my
County.
sculptures
So keep in
out
mind
there.
that that's gonna make a
You know,
difference in price too.
someone will like it.
If
So
you're looking for,
But it's very expensive to make porcelain
Yeah,
dishes.
you got all kinds of places
yeah,
out there.
especially if you have to get a
Towards
mold
Magic
and
Mountain
pour it
down
and all
there.
that.
That area,
Well, the fire.
yeah.
Fire. The
Yeah.
kiln
The
itself.
kiln, yeah.
You're gonna go
So-
to Cajon Ranch.
You can always
It's
find a
right
kiln, but
there,
like to
and
fire it,
that's the grapevines.
Yeah.
And then when you
Yeah.
come out of there,
The
Gorman
gas, the
Yeah.
heat
is that area. So the 138
But
extends all the
that
way from
reminds
the
me,
15th
the Eco
all
Village
the
will
way out
also
to the
house
5, right where
a
you're
tool
speaking
library.
about. After you go through Fraser
Libraries
Park,
are an
you go
amazing
down,
concept.
that
It's a place where we
area
can go
is filled with smog.
to get books for free. I mean, that's communism right there, isn't it? Free books. But the tool library is a place to go where you can get equipment or tools, and tools can be anything. They could be computers, they could be actual wrenches,
Let me show you the best
they can
part.
be
When it
microscopes.
comes to that. Okay, so
Anything
here's the
that you
138. That's
use
the
to
highway. There's
create,
15.
we can
okay?
consider a tool.
Hills, feeling,
So,
that whole area. No, you don't deal with
If
smog.
you have
The reason why is
a
'cause
passion
there's
for
mountains that
something,
block it right there.
you need a kiln,
You're
our
not
tool
dealing
library
with
will
all that
have
smog out there.
kiln
If
rental
you're out in
usage.
this area, here's
So,
Pear Blossom. It's the exact opposite side.
as a member of the
where I
Eco Village,
live. I live in this area.
your product will
okay?
be easily made.
So
and
here,
so
this whole stretch of land.
it'll be a
Yeah, you got
a tool
Phelan,
library / studio,
and then you've got Pear
maker
Blossom and
space
Pinion
is
Hills.
the I guess the popular phrase. The Eco
Okay.
Villages will have
so
a maker
this
space.
area,
I like that. That
Very,
sounds cool.
very
Yeah.
community friendly. You see
So
how it has
our goal is to
all
raise
that
enough
stuff
money in the
broken
Southern
up.
California
but those are
area
not roads that
and
are
have
normal
it
paved roads.
within
this is farm stuff. This whole
commutable
area is
range
zoned for
to
farm.
major cities
And
in LA and Orange County,
especially if you're going to be
where
productive.
our product and
If you have to
services
go a
can
little
be
bit further
offered
north,
to
you have
topple
the
the capitalist
18, you have
system.
Lake Los
So
Angeles.
Sorry, are you
that
thinking of having a
area.
free store like
Okay,
in
that's
LA?
desert. Now,
there's a
Lake
free
Los
store in Long
Angeles
Beach
is
that's
about,
part of the Catalyst
well,
Network.
let's see here.
A very excellent group, and
Do you know the name of the name of it?
it's called the Long Beach Free
Is over
Store.
here.
It's on the
This is Apple
corner
Valley area.
of.
This
Can
whole
somebody
area is
tweet that
Apple
to
Valley.
at PMbeers
Apple
Long
Valley.
Beach Free Store so I can
This
check it out
whole
later?
thing is- it's
Yeah,
also
you could Google Long Beach Free Store. It's-
Yeah, I won't remember. That's why I'm asking them to tweet it to me.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Sorry, it's weird when I talk to them.
Yeah, and also look for the Catalyst Network. the Catalyst Network is a community based on sharing and sharing is caring.
Yeah,
So
that's in Wrightwood. It's right
I'm gonna
here.
head out. And,
Okay.
The area.
thank you.
What was your name again?
My name's Travis.
Patty.
That's that
Patty, nice to meet
highway,
you.
and there's
And
Wrightwood.
come down the rest of your
Yeah, I think
endeavors.
Annie over here was talking about like something similar.
Yes, Annie's, I think.
Have you met Annie?
Yes, I met her on May 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of throwing around the idea of doing something like in LA maybe.
Oh yes, the co-housing unit. I think they're looking for. But I'll have to Facebook her and
Okay.
I'm gonna head out. So.
Okay, well, do you have her contact information?
I do.
Okay, awesome. She's awesome. Hey now.
Yeah, well, this is our event. You want to ride?
Yeah, for sure, but I want to talk to Annie first. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Are you leaving right now?
Soon. She's gotta leave soon.
Who's got to leave soon? Are you taking Annie too?
Yeah. No, I gotta take some tomatoes on it.
Oh, okay. Wow, all the people are gone. Hey, now you guys, I'll probably be dropping the stream in a little while. We're coming up close to the hour mark, so I'll probably stop streaming within the next 10 minutes. I love that idea.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I don't like that they want to be so far from the city, though.
They want to what?
They want to be away from the city.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I don't really want to be away from the city. But I like the idea of it.
I would like to have like an open space, but near the city. You know,
Yeah.
like within one bus.
Yes.
Half an hour
Yes.
stops, you know. One
Yes.
bus.
Yes. Which
But
is.
preferably 24 hours.
But that's 5 miles away from here. A half an hour bus.
That's fine. So like you know, like you going through Venice Boulevard, there is an area where you have high power lines,
But
and they have these open fields under
but even if I'm not like physically part of their community, I mean I
Yeah.
can still support them.
Right.
Like I can still help them out. I can still go there and visit. But I don't know. I'm totally in love with the idea. And I would ideally like to be involved in something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like attached to the city. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope something happens. You know, if not these people, maybe another people that do something. You know, you just gotta find the right people to start
Yeah,
this.
for sure.
Somebody's gonna have the commitment. So we'll see how it goes. So, Sergi Gasov,
Huh?
signing off.
So somebody said we should look at property in Colorado and Washington. The
Oh.
crops could be profitable.
Colorado and Washington. Where's Colorado and Washington?
Colorado is to the right of us, and Washington is above us. To the right. The right over there, that way. Colorado is that way.
Colorado and Washington.
And
All right.
Washington is that way.
Okay, for me, a cheap warehouse, like a one floor, that's gonna be work and live.
Uh-huh.
That'd be the ideal for me. And that's gonna be almost close to downtown, but not too centric where it's too
Not too
too tight over here. Yeah, not too
Yeah.
expensive, and over here it feels kind of like a stuffy.
Yeah, it's
Like
just,
a-
you can't breathe right here.
Yeah, it's kind of like a too structure. Maybe one bus away, like
It's my
a
Pantene.
few miles from here. That's great.
Sorry.
So if anybody knows that, give me a buzz at occupythem@gmail. Occupy them.
Oh, I'm on Gmail
At
now.
Gmail.
I'm PMbeers on Gmail. You can
Oh,
Gmail
cool.
me.
All right, and you
I may
check
be
your
off of
email.
Facebook, but I still have Gmail.
Yeah. I just
How you
switched.
do?
I'm just switching to Gmail now, and I'm coming out of the email closet. I used to keep my email secret.
Yeah. No, my email's all over the place now.
Do you want to give them?
The Metro Ninja.
Okay, so if
at
you think
Gmail.
the Metro Ninja is absolutely gorgeously hot, send
Not
an
even
email.
dressed appropriately. This is just the old costume that has now become the Wednesday thing because it's easy.
Yeah.
You don't
It's still
dress-
been cold.
I'm dying to see you dressed like when you were at the camp. Every time I saw you, I just want to take a picture because you look so fabulously beautiful.
Also had a new outfit like every other one. It's okay. We're all walking to CCA next time.
Okay.
You coming?
Oh, CCE is happening today?
There's enough of us.
Oh,
I get
okay,
a
yeah.
bottle and some weed. Fucking sit around and play the guitar.
I'll stop by in a few.
I'll just go wherever you're going. You're my ride.
Here's honey.
So you guys probably will be streaming later. If we do go over to CCA, I'll totally.
Walking. Fuck.
Hey!
And then we're going to
What up?
So we're going to PMbeers and then the rest of us.
Okay, go. Know that I made them wait for you.
Walk with me. Hold my hand.
I'll just walk to the edge because I'm gonna talk to Annie. And
Goods and services.
We're all walking to CCA.
Cool. I don't think I can make it tonight. I'm not feeling too well. I haven't been this
okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and log off, and I'll be logged on in a little while. When we go over to CCA, I will log back on. So you guys leave your browser open. We'll be back in a while.